Yo, what's going on, Fit Fam? This is Gerell Webb, and you are watching We Sound Crazy.
Because I think we was about to fight that day. Literally.
Yeah.
If I'd have stayed.
Yeah, we probably would have. Yeah.
Who would have won?
Come on, man.
Oh, come on, bro. BA, baby. 2 up, 2 down. Y'all know what this is.
Be for real.
Y'all know what this is.
Stamina alone.
Hey, bro.
I would have been in there rocking him, just playing with him.
Welcome to another week of We Sound Crazy, your official backstage pass to all things music and culture. Billionaire is here.
Claude Kelly is present.
What up? It's your boy Chuck Harmony. I'm in the building.
What's good, y'all? Bacon for Making is here and in the building.
And
we got a Florida native. That's why we kicked it off with some Florida energy, just to get him comfortable.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? We had to get him comfortable. Our guest is not just a fitness expert. He's a powerhouse, founder of the Keep It G brand and the G Series fitness app. Gerell Webb has made a name for himself as a celebrity trainer, speaker, and entrepreneur, helping high performers, ex-athletes, and fitness lovers reach their full potential. Known for his no-nonsense approach and tough love, Jerel is here to remind you exactly who you are. Please welcome Gerell Webb this week. We Sound Crazy.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
I tell him sometimes he's a part-time asshole, but
full-time, but
but
I've been called worse.
It comes to the job.
Comes with the territory. You know, it's like sitting behind the boards. If you ain't getting what you need, then you gotta.
Yeah.
You know, hey, yo, I said singing from here. All right. Yeah.
What you know about singing from the diaphragm?
See, what
bro?
you don't understand is I'm really an artist. I came to Nashville initially to. I'm messing with you.
No, I'm about to say, wow.
Right.
You never know in Nashville, though. Right. But you definitely started off talking a little shit because
I do, yeah.
We started the show with some Tricky and some Trina.
We did.
And what did you say?
Trina's top 5.
Top 5
female rappers.
Baddest female rappers.
Florida?
Of all time.
And you stand by this.
I stand on this couch. I'll stand on this couch about
So who's
Trina.
the other 4?
Lil Kim, Nicki, MC Light. Oh, who's this? Who's the 5th? I said Trina. Man, what's homie? Can't think of her name. She's from New York.
Foxy Brown.
No, older. Roxanne.
Roxanne
Shante, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
quite a list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite
But
a
Trina's
list.
in the top 5.
Trina's in the top 5. She got all these girls, her daughters.
Such as?
Carisha.
Oh, we love Carisha.
Oh, my wife might be watching this. Yeah, Carisha. This whole new generation of girls is Trina reincarnated.
You wouldn't say they a Little Kim reincarnated or Nicki?
Nah, because Trina came before Nicki.
That's fair. Well, Lil Kim came before Trina.
Lil Kim came before Trina, but Trina took it to another level of like the shit she was talking.
Really? He's making a good argument here. And I wouldn't put her in my top 5 either when you think about it and you think about how much more prevalent Southern hip hop is. Which Lil Kim and Nicki are New York, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The influence is there.
Yeah, and they kind of like Nicki came out kind of Lady Gaga initially. She didn't come out like on some
more pop.
She came out like weirdo and then switched over to like just straight bars.
I will say Trina did for the South, made girls in the South feel like what she was doing was attainable.
Come on now.
Yeah. Top 15 for me though, for sure.
15.
Top 15.
You stretched that list a long way.
Yeah.
Top 15?
Top 15. And I mean like probably like 11. Like 11, 12 range.
Can't get 10?
Okay. No, not for me.
Can't do top 10? You got 9 people in here there.
Yeah.
Who your 5?
Missy Elliott.
Yes. Ooh, I forgot Missy. Ooh, okay.
You're starting off strong.
Okay, yeah.
MC Light.
Okay. Tough roughneck, gotta get a roughneck.
Nicki.
3.
Foxy.
Foxy, no.
Foxy? Okay.
And Brad.
Yeah.
Kim not in your top 5?
Biggie is.
That was
Respectfully.
Jeez.
So no Lauren.
You know what? I love that.
Is she a rapper though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or I figure like
It's
she's
funny
an
how money
artist.
changes a situation.
One of the best
I didn't say
diss
she
records of
can't
all
rap,
time.
but I feel like
The
she's like an
Fugees.
artist.
The Fugees.
The Fugees, yo.
Okay, all right. Sheesh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just gonna put her as just an artist. Like I feel like she can do
Yeah.
both,
Yeah.
but I know her more as a singer than I would a rapper.
Now
Like
put
a
her
vocalist?
Nah.
Nah.
Nah,
Okay.
nah.
Lauren's in that category with Missy Elliott and even Doechii today. Like you know that can really rap and really sing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
All right.
Do y'all have a favorite artist, rap artist of all time? Like if you just had to pick one person's catalog to listen to forever.
Yeah, mine's Tupac. I'm a big Tupac fan. But I think I relate more to him. Very aggressive, but also emotional. You know,
No, I would never guess that.
like I can love you. If I love you, I love you. If I hate you, then I fully hate you.
Jeez, don't get on his bad side.
Yeah, but it's not a lot of people over there. Not a lot of people on my bad side.
Good.
So.
Well, I mean, because we have these interesting discussions in the gym, and Chuck, you worked out with Jerel.
I worked
in the
at
morning.
Drill's
Yeah.
an asshole. in
Yeah,
the
he
gym.
really is,
Yeah.
man. But we have great discussions. And so I think the other day we were talking about if you had to go to a concert for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
Who would it be?
Top 3. You got 3 people that can perform
For the rest of your
at this
life.
concert. It's the
Whoever.
only concert you can go to for the rest of
Dead
your
or
life.
alive?
Dead or alive.
For the rest of your life.
Who are your 3 people?
I'm gonna go,
Go ahead.
Damn.
Stevie Wonder,
Ooh.
John Mayer, and Lionel Richie.
Sheesh.
I'm going with Frankie Beverly. I never saw her live, but Whitney Houston.
Whitney.
And probably one of my favorite concerts I've ever attended, Lisa Fisher.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will go to her show again and again and again. Yeah.
Bob Marley, Earth, Wind, and Fire,
Earth, Wind.
Billy Joel.
Jeez.
See, I know, right? Mine feels real ratchet now.
I said Luther, Anita, and Whitney.
Yeah.
I said Tupac, Michael Jackson, because I wanted to see him live, and Whitney Houston.
That's crazy solid.
Yeah.
That's super solid. I might see something all this. We might all be at the same concert.
A couple of them, yeah.
Right. As someone who spends a lot of time with other people, right? For fitness, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the songs that you are guaranteed are going to get people going?
So everybody's different, right? Because everybody's vibe is different. So usually it's other people in the gym. So you're trying to set a vibe for the whole gym.
The whole gym.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on who's in the gym. Like I can't necessarily play the stuff that I want to hear because he may not vibe to that,
Yeah.
right? That may not be
Yeah.
his thing. Y'all see colors and shit like that when y'all hear music. Like I ain't really that guy. I'm turn this on. Like I'm a rookie. So, like I ain't that guy. Like I am.
Oh, man.
I'm from the South. I'm really about a beat and bass.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Give
it's
me the
gonna
one.
be like for me, it's gonna be either some Jeezy, some Kodak Black, Gunna right now. Yeah, it's gonna be some record that I probably shouldn't be playing out loud. But Future all the time.
Yeah.
I was just listening to March Madness on the way over. Yeah.
Jeezy goes hard in the gym.
Jeezy goes hard everywhere.
Yeah.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah.
I was like,
wait a minute.
wait a minute. Different show.
Different show is crazy. Yeah.
So you trained 3 of the 4 of us.
Yeah. I've trained Timon too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Timon.
Okay.
Yeah, Timon came in like when he first started with you. Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I'm 4 for 4 in here. Wendy's.
I want to know as it relates to the gym, right?
Yeah.
Which one of us is the most serious? Which one of us is the funniest? And which one of us is always late?
Ooh.
Oh, that might get all 3 from me.
Yeah.
I try my best every morning. I'm like, bro, I'm on time, bro. I'm running late.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
it'd be like 5:10, 5:15-ish, you know what I'm saying?
if I remember correctly, I think Timon may have been the only one who was consistently on time. Like he was the one who was on time.
Damn.
Like, but here's the thing though, like it was always like y'all just left the studio. I'm on the way. Can I do an 8 instead of a 7?
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Something
yeah,
like that. So it's not like you just show up whenever, but
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
hit me like the initial time maybe 7. But you're like, yeah, I'm just getting out the studio. I'll be there in a second, right?
Yeah.
Most serious though. Who's most focused?
The most focused, honestly, probably Chuck. Like
I
Chuck
can
will
see
work.
that.
Chuck will come in and go to work. right?
He don't talk.
Yeah, he don't like. It's like he's that weird client. Like like you trying to talk to him because you trying to get to know him. And he's to give you one word answer. Like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
I mean, I see Chuck in the gym. We don't even talk.
That's what I'm saying.
I go over to the elliptical. He go on the treadmill. So I'm like,
He'll
hey, what's up, Chuck?
He'll
What's up,
give you the
bro?
head nod. He's like, what's up, though? Yeah.
Like,
Why you see him in Lifetime? He just give you like, all right.
yeah, definitely head nod.
Like, all right.
Keep it moving, nigga.
I thought it was just me. I thought he didn't fool with me. That's just who he is. Okay.
That's how he is.
I was like, man, did I do something? I don't know.
That's how he is.
But yeah.
The funniest.
The funniest.
It's got to be me, nigga. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but probably Phil, because Claude didn't really talk either. Like he will talk, but he'll give you more answers than you would. Like if I ask him a question, he'll go longer. I'll be like, yo, Chuck. I'll be like, yo, Chuck, you used to work with Neo. He'd be like, yeah. And then he just go back to whatever he was doing. You know what I mean? And he wouldn't give me no like background or nothing. I asked, the same thing. Like, he'd give me the whole story behind Grenade. Like, yeah, we was in the studio. He'll give you that whole thing. Yeah. And then Phil, he's a yapper. So
but you got to follow Jerel on socials and follow Phil, because on a random day, Phil would just be going live or an Instagram story. He'd be like, yo, I'm in here and I'm fighting with Jerel, and it'd be some crazy topic. I'm like, what the hell are they doing in the gym?
Yeah, it's real. Little
at
bro,
5 in the
bro.
morning.
At 5 in the morning, we wake up and we go at it. You know what I mean? But it's also like he's a asshole as well. And so sometimes I have to raise my assholeness.
We know.
Because he'll try to bully you if you let him. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like he'll try to, use those buzzwords in here. He'll try to get you. You know what I mean? Like he'd be like, I ain't doing that shit, bro. Like
you be saying no, Phil?
Oh yeah, it'd be like something. He'd be like, yo, I need like 15 of those. I'm like, nah, bro, I give you 10.
Yeah.
How you bargaining in the
Exactly.
Because I'm a negotiator. That's what I do.
It don't work in there. But it don't work in there. Like I've had to kick him out once.
Yeah, one time. Yeah,
One time I had to put him out. Like
You got kicked out?
I got kicked out the gym.
You gonna get up out of here, bro.
Yeah, because I think we was about to fight that day.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I'd have stayed,
Yeah, we probably would have. Yeah.
Who would have won?
Come on, man.
oh
Be
come on,
for
bro.
real.
VA, baby. 2 up, 2 down. Y'all know what this is.
Be for real.
Y'all know what this is.
Be for stamina alone.
Hey, bro.
I would have been in there rocking him, just playing with him.
I can't believe y'all came to almost.
No, but he
literally
because I know how to push buttons, especially if
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood that morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep pushing the button. Just
And he's a habitual button pusher.
Yeah.
He's going once he finds it, he's
gonna
gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey yo,
Troublemaker.
I'm telling you, bro, chill. And he's like, nah. So then he started getting for real.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, before we do that, you go and get up out of here, bro.
It's
And I
crazy.
just walked away. I was just like,
It's
I'm
crazy
done.
because what I think people don't realize about being in fitness, period, and doing all the things that you do in there is that very much like music, when artists come to us, it's therapy.
So it's the same thing. Like if I come to the studio, I'm in a mood,
Yeah.
and we got a studio for 8 hours.
Yeah.
I can't be in a mood for 6 of them, bro. Like
right,
you gotta get out. You gotta get out of that.
Yeah.
You gotta come on. We gotta go to work.
And people who are great respect people who keep them focused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, we kind of don't want to do it, but I also want the discipline.
Yeah. And then you also gotta remember what you're doing it for. Like if as artists or execs, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, yo, the label sent you here for a reason, bro. Like, if you don't want to go on tour, we can do that.
Yeah.
I don't have to do a photo shoot.
Right,
you
right,
got a photo shoot that you got to be on the cover of.
right,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it's that, then you got to remind them of those reasons as well. Or if it's just for general health, like yo, and I told him like you're in front of the camera more now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start to act like that.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? Like you can't just be I'm nah. Like you're the talent now. Like you're so used to being behind it, but how you show up matters.
Yeah.
And people respect, how you look, how you feel, how you carry yourself, all that stuff.
It matters.
It does.
I like when my suits fit better. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? When
Yeah.
situations be better. We got some goals now, but I appreciate it, and it makes me think about the G Series fitness app.
Yeah.
So for everybody that can't necessarily get to you in Nashville, Tennessee, or fly you to where they are, talk to us about the inspiration, the why behind the app.
Yeah, so I've worked with other brands, help building their apps as being like on talent, on screen, content creator for them, and it went very well. You know what I mean? I just felt like it was time for me to develop my own. It's like in the industry, this is like my first album. You know what I mean? So it's kind of that same thing. Like you sing backup or you write for somebody, and then you say, you know what, I kind of got kind of got something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
And then so you jump out and you start to do it on your own. But this is just for people who want to take their health and fitness to the next level. You can do it in home, in office. All of my clients are very busy people and they're always on the go. You guys. And so he can't be in the gym every day, every week.
Yeah.
So when you're not, here's something you can take with you. Here's something that if you don't want to work with me or come in or you're not in Nashville, you can do this and you can still get me in another way.
That's smart. That's smart.
So is the app free or is it a fee? Or?
No, there's definitely a fee. It's a subscription. It's $14.99 a month,
Okay.
or you can pay $99 for the whole year. So super cheap.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Super
for
cheap.
you.
Very reasonable.
Very inexpensive.
Let me ask this as someone, as you just said, who's like super busy and who's trying to find their way back to find their way back to fitness. I've been looking for an opportunity to just focus on that from home.
Yeah.
Do you think can someone be successful with fitness solely from the house?
Absolutely.
Like with your app, can you just kind of give the people some examples of how they can really tap in and really take advantage of what you have to offer?
Yeah, absolutely. We saw that during the pandemic where everybody was working out at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we know that if you focus, and you don't need a lot of time, I say 20, 30 minutes a day. And that's really all you need. A couple dumbbells or body weight. I'm going to have all those different programs on the app. So I have in-gym experience and in-home experience. So it just depends on who you are and what you want. So you can tap in and just go from there. Everything is video, so you just follow along. And so it's super, super simple, super easy. My guy Aaron is filming it for him. I finally got him back after y'all stole him from me, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm coming with the smoke today, man. I was very upset that he stopped taking my calls because of Phil. But we're back. You know, we had to have a sit down.
You want to lay back on the couch?
We had to have a sit down. I did. Him and I already talked. We had to sit down and say, hey, man, stop playing. Come on home, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on home.
Come on home.
We're making greatness over
So we
here.
start.
Shout out to Aaron.
Shout out to Aaron, man.
Aaron Walton is one of our producers and our director on We Sound Crazy. And that's actually how I met Aaron, was through
I
you.
know. Yeah. That's why
But he just wanted to come over
you
to
be
Greener.
hearing from my attorneys.
He
Wow.
said to greener pastures.
Greener pastures. You know what I mean?
I mean, the money's big over here, so I ain't mad at him. I understand. You gotta get your money, man. I can't match it yet.
So I follow a lot of fitness instructors on YouTube or whatever, and they're always talking about the importance of diet.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about a specific diet,
Okay.
the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
I was on it last year and the top of this year, and I felt the best I've ever felt.
Mm-hmm.
But it just doesn't seem like it's a healthy diet. I want to get your take on that.
Yeah, man. I say, diets are very personal, right? And so what works for you may not work for other people. And I would also, most diets follow the same protocol, and it's probably going to put you into a calorie deficit and or just put you on a regimen. And so I think what your body was feeling was consistency. I know that I'm eating the same thing over and over, so I can make adjustments based on that. I'm not opposed to it. I don't love it because of the possible cholesterol issues that you can get into, and I honestly believe that as humans we need fruits and vegetables. Yeah. And so I would never take those out.
Yeah.
I always tell people to look at your diet as even not to get super spiritual, but from a biblical perspective. When God first created humans, where did He put us? In a garden. Right. So that tells you what you should be eating initially, right? After the fall, then we start to have to hunt and gather. And right. And so the majority of the majority of your diet, should be fruits, vegetables, and then your meats and starches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you?
I'm just impressed that you actually read the Bible.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
That's the part that jumped out.
Come on
me.
now. Come on now.
Wow.
Come on now.
I'm interested in knowing the background because you have so many people that are trainers,
Instagram trainers.
Yeah.
all that.
Come on now.
But just from working out with you, and he's no joke, by the way. But how did you come to creating this life of fitness? Like, I know you started out as a Division I athlete.
Yeah.
was it something like just in your life, was your dad or someone in your family that inspired you to want to go the distance with health and fitness?
Nah, it was never that. It was honestly, when I was an athlete, I was never the biggest, fastest, or strongest. I was just always the one who was willing to outwork everyone. And so my competitive edge was me being willing to outwork you, right? So if you're more talented than me, the way the playing field was by outworking you. And so I've always loved the training part of football, right? Like I remember when I was younger, I read somewhere, or maybe like on sports and something like that, where Emmitt Smith used to go running in like a garbage bag. He would go run in the middle of the day in garbage. So I just started doing that, right? And I'm in Florida, and my mom was like, "You gonna die?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, that's what Emmitt do. That's what I'm gonna do." So I was always looking for a competitive advantage because Emmitt was my favorite football player.
He's my friend.
Yeah, your friend. Yeah, y'all has Phil told you that story about Emmitt? We'll have to talk about that. But and then from there, it's just, I was getting cut after college. I went to Atlanta, got cut down there, went to Calgary, got cut. And then I ended up here, and I was actually a criminal justice major in college. And so I was planning on working for the DEA. That was going to be my background. So I was doing an internship and still training for football. And a lady asked me if I would take her to the gym and show her around. And that somehow turned into personal training. She ended up losing like 60 pounds.
Wow.
And she was like, "Yo, you got something." But I didn't know, if I'm being honest, the only people I knew that was like training was like Billy Blanks. And I was like, I'm nothing like Billy Blanks. So I don't know how I make money doing it. So I just put it off. And then it's kind of,
Jerel doing Thai
you see what I'm
ball.
saying? I was nothing like that.
I just saw Jerel doing Thai ball.
And so so that ended up, I ended up, kind of jumping out and doing it part-time.
Yeah.
And then that turned to full-time. And then, you just kind of realize the gifts that you have, whether it's, charisma, whether it's personality, whether it's just natural knowledge of, learning how things work. So, and then you just try to make those connections.
Yeah. But as people that work in music and entertainment, like, I want to know what advice you would give us, but also, because again, we work late hours, long shoots, long studio sessions, and overall it impacts our health and our well-being.
Yeah.
Drinking too.
Drinking too, maybe a little puff.
little
Eddie Winslow.
Eddie Winslow every now and then.
Little Eddie Winslow.
But how would you say to our celebrities and entertainers or songwriters that are watching or listening, how does this impact your physical health long term? What advice would you give us?
Yeah, well, I think we see how it affects us. We're losing our legends way too soon, right? And whether that's to, addiction, whether that's to, I think your lifestyle affects the majority of it, whether it's, not sleeping, like the crazy hours. Like I said, like Chuck used to literally pull up after he's like, I'm in the studio since 11 o'clock last night. You want to work out? I was like, yeah, I go to sleep later. And then, so I know he wasn't sleeping. And usually when you're up those times of night, you're eating whatever. When you and I have had conversations about like what artists eat in the studio while they're up all night. You know what I mean? And so, and along with that become vices to feed the lifestyle. And so I gotta stay up all night, so I need to be taking this, or I need to be eating this, or I'm gonna drink to do, or whatever, right? And so at some point we have to break that cycle. And I think we're seeing it now, honestly, with a lot of the younger celebs, and even the older ones are kind of, regaining their health now. But I would just say you got to prioritize yourself and figure out what your schedule is, right? If you're up all night, that's fine, because I know that's part of it. But that means I have to sleep during the day, and I have to find time to recharge and take care of my body.
That's sleep.
Yeah,
that sleep is real.
I mean, myself included, but people sleep on sleep. On how important it is to get your sleep.
Yeah.
I struggle with consistent sleep, even when I wake up really early. I wake up when the sun rises. I wake up at 4 every day, 4 in the morning.
What time you go to bed?
It depends. I mean, no matter what, my body wakes up at 4. If I go to bed at 1 a.m., I wake up at 4.
Wow.
But I try to go to bed around like 9 or 10 unless I have something to do.
Okay.
But sleep is a big part of it. But what I also feel like, which is a good shift, is health and wellness, and mental health and wellness as well, are much more popular and embraced now than they used to. I mean, because also we're seeing it online all the time. What's my dude that's been going viral for his crazy routine where he wakes up in the morning and
Ashton
with the Saratoga water and all that stuff?
What do you think of that when you see
that's
that?
what I was saying. What do you think of that? Is that clownery, or you respect it?
It's
He said, yeah.
yeah. I respect Ashton as a, I don't think he's a trainer, but I respect what he's built as far as a brand goes.
Yeah.
But I also know that some of the, it's content creation. We do stuff to go viral, and that's what you saw. So it was the most outrageous thing just to do exactly what we saw and did.
But does it hurt your cause as a serious person, or does it, or you don't mind it?
Nah, again, it's, if anything, it brought attention to the space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, if you got a crazy song that come out, that don't take away from your song, right? Just because a song's a hit, it's like, you see that every day. A song went viral, and you're like, man, this is crazy. But it's gonna have a moment, and then it's gonna blow over.
A little trendy is what you said.
Yeah, it's trendy. So everybody's gonna do it in 2 weeks. Nobody's gonna remember it.
Yeah.
So all right, so you have people who train for the NFL, people who train for the NBA, people who train for Major League Baseball, all these major sports. Which one would you say is the most intense
Type of training?
Yes, of all the major sports.
I would probably say football. Either football or hockey.
Or hockey.
Yeah. You gotta think, bro. Hockey, there's some of the best athletes. Bro, you skating.
Yeah.
You ever been to a hockey game?
Yeah.
You see what they're doing out there? They're doing
Yeah.
splits and some more. It's a
whole
real
time.
thing. Yeah,
And-
the whole time. And it's
fist
continuous.
fighting.
Yeah, and you gotta learn how to fight.
You gotta
know what
fight.
I mean? Yeah, I would say football or hockey because a lot of it is explosive. It's explosive movements, right? Basketball is really just, conditioning and body control. Football is a collision sport. You have to get your body ready to collide into other grown men.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's a tough thing to do.
But also, I mean, beyond the physical part and the emotional part, which is attached a lot of times, the mental part, I don't think we talk enough about.
Yeah.
How do you incorporate the mental health into your physical workout?
Yeah. And so a lot of that is kind of like what you were saying. It's therapy for a lot of people. And so you try to figure out in a good way what buttons to press. Right. And so if I know, hey, Phil, you're transitioning from behind the camera to in front of the camera, then we're going to talk about that. Right. Because you don't want to look, if TV adds 10 pounds, then we need to lose 20. So that you look, so you look average, you know what I mean, on TV. And if you want to look lean on TV, we got to go even. So that's a conversation that we're having. Like, hey, yo, production started in June. What we doing? Right. Or, tour starts, so it's that kind. It's learning the buttons to push. And every client needs something different. I'm like I yell at people. I'm loud. I'm aggressive. For some people that works, for some people it don't. You got to figure out who that works for and who it doesn't work for. Yeah. I can't yell at him because he gonna automatically put a wall up and he gonna start either we finna fight.
Who,
like,
Phil?
who you talking to like that? It's gonna be that. You know what I mean? So who you talking to like that?
Wait a minute, hold on.
And so you gotta understand how to talk to people.
Hold on.
Because you got to say, we're friends outside of the gym.
So
too,
you don't respond well to yelling?
Are you kidding me? Like,
because some people like a drill sergeant when they're working out. They want you to be like, drop and give me 50. Shut the fuck up.
No.
Nah.
I
Mutual
can't do that
respect
either.
over here. Mutual respect. That's what we on over here is mutual respect.
So Phil comes in. How are you approaching Phil? Walk me, Timon, and Chuck through.
Initially or just now?
Now.
What up though? That's really what it is. You know what to do. He starts warm up and then
Get to it.
And then we get to it, yeah.
And you don't argue, Phil?
No, he's gonna argue. But I know it's happening. So I'm prepared for that. It's gonna be I'm thinking 12 a day. And I'm like, nah, we doing 15. You know what I mean? So I know that's a part of it. Yeah,
I need to start doing that.
Yeah,
I never negotiate.
Yeah.
You can negotiate.
You cannot.
In every area of your life, there's always room for negotiation.
Yeah, the gym is a dictatorship. There's no negotiating in here.
The gym is a dictator.
Yeah, there's no negotiating.
I'm like, yo, it's 3 sets of these? Like, no, it's 4.
It's
Okay,
4.
3.
Three. But you got 3 more, yes, after this one. Yeah. So, I already know that's a part of what but I also know it ain't real. You know what I mean? So I don't take it personally.
I would love to know from Phil, just in your workouts with him, what have you learned about yourself?
Good question.
That I don't like cardio. I don't like I don't mind the treadmill on the front. I don't like the circuits and all the ropes and all that shit. Like, I don't like that shit. Like, but I actually like lifting weights.
Yeah.
I like lifting weights with supervision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go for it. Because the thing is, I'm one of the people that I like to See, I don't want you thinking I'm too strong because I come in there and I be like, and I be going like this, and he'll come over. No, I'm serious. It's like his whole thing. So I got to really let you see your work is paying off. So it's like, and I go in and he be like, man, this way too light, man. He be like, I'm like, nah, bro. I'm just saying, oh, my bad. And I start to,
Yo, you're an actor,
and he's not a good one. He's not a good one. So like, bro, get out of here. I've been doing this way too long. I know when this ain't real.
And the other thing I do with him, I cheat when he may step out to go to the other side or something, and I'll be like, I may start with 1 when he walk, and then he come back maybe 10 seconds later. I'm like 10, 11.
Just throwing out random numbers.
So, man, no, but I learned that I have what it takes to really. It's just about consistency. Yeah. I've learned what to eat because actually how I met my chef was through Jerel. So that's how I met Cleveland.
Yeah.
So that's again. Cleveland. But I learned that it was a holistic picture on how to really just manage and maintain yourself. Because in the gym, it is the physical part. We actually do talk about spirituality in the Bible. We actually get into some interesting discussions, life discussions. Yeah. So for me, it's as much of it as a workout, it's a way for me to just unplug for a while, but I'm also kind of taking care of myself versus, in our business, it's like, oh, let's go get something to drink. It's something, it's like, which is cool, but this is something I feel like is sustainable and I'm learning more about me, my physical self, my emotional self, my spiritual, but it's a whole experience. That's why you can't really describe it with Jerel. You got to actually go in there and feel it out. But I actually do enjoy it, despite me waking up and being sometimes a little grumpy in the morning. You know what I mean? But I'm here. But I learned a lot about myself. But the physical part, that I'm stronger than I give myself credit for.
Yeah, and that's most people, if I'm being honest. Like a lot of people don't like to be, what I call SOB, short of breath, right? And so that's why I don't like cardio, because it makes your heart beat fast, you're uncomfortable, like, bro, I'm out of control right now, right? And that's actually where you want to be, right? Yeah. That's what we're getting better at. And so, a lot of people are afraid to be in that area, and so that's why we got to put you in there so that that no, you're fine, you're not dying, you're gonna be all right.
You're not dying.
Yeah, you're not dying, bro. You're fine. You're gonna be all right.
What's the core message behind Keep It G?
To be authentic, to be yourself. Like, in the neighborhoods that we grew up in, at least in Florida, like if I told you, hey, Clark, keep it G. Like that means to keep it G. Can I sing? You be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Right? Versus like it's a call to be yourself and to remember what you stand for and your code. To the question you just asked me about Ashton, our industry and your industry, alike, there's a lot of fakeness, there's a lot of weirdo stuff that happens within that. A lot of posing, a lot of, people who are on steroids, they got a BBL and gonna sell you programs to get your body better and they're not doing it for real. It's a lot of,
you're not on steroids?
I am not.
Okay.
No,
a lot of flat tummy tea.
A lot of flat, flat tummy tea, waist trainers, all the things, right? And that's not really what it is.
Wait, just clear it up real fast. Does that stuff freaking work or not? Because people be out.
Flat tummy tea is just a laxative. It's gonna make you go to the bathroom, and then after you go to the bathroom,
it's a laxative.
Yeah, that's why you drink a gallon of it, so you can go to the bathroom. Go in there and sit down on the toilet for a little bit.
But you do support Ozempic and Wegovy and all of those drugs?
I do for the people that need it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think everything is for everybody, right? And so I think it does have space in our industry, but I don't think I do think it's being misused by the majority of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
As a man rapidly matriculating through his 40s.
Rapidly.
These years are going by really fast.
Okay.
Can you put in these things in order of most importance to least importance as it relates to my future self?
Okay.
Food, sleep, weight training, and cardio.
Ooh, okay. Sleep will be number one because that's where everything changes. Everything happens when you're asleep, right? It's like if if your phone wasn't working, you take it to the Apple store, what's the first thing they're going to tell you to do it? Have you turned it off, turn it back on? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? And what they going to do? They're going to do it right there in front of you just to make sure, right? Again, let's see. All right? And so that's what happens with sleep. Sleep is the time for your body to recharge. Sleep is in charge of your hormones. It's in charge of your mood. It's in charge of your weight loss. Sleep is in charge of everything. So sleep will be number one. After sleep, it will be nutrition because, fuel is important. You don't put 83 gasoline in a Ferrari, right? You're all Ferraris, right? And so fuel yourself to perform. From there will be resistance training and then cardio.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm a runner.
You was hoping it was the other way. It's like, yeah, I've been doing
He's
it
a
right.
runner.
Yeah.
He's a track star.
Yeah, because you know, like your muscles are what's holding your skeleton up, and so the older you get, the more fragile you get. And strength training has been shown to actually strengthen your bone density as well. It's like you hear old people dying from like they fell and broke their hip and then they died. It's like, well, how do you die from a broken hip, right? And so the more the stronger your bones are, the more you resistance train, the less likely that one that you're gonna fall, and then two, if you do fall, you can sustain it.
Yeah.
I will add to that, not that I'm a pro here, but one of the things that becomes more important for me as I get older is stretching.
Yeah.
Because flexibility, man.
Yeah.
That's the injury comes when you're not. I find when you're
things that are inflexible break.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the part I hate the most.
Stretching?
I love it.
Okay.
Stretching.
Hit your little 20-minute yoga class, something like that, man. You know, on YouTube.
My friend told me yoga's demonic, so
I've heard.
What?
My friend told me he's witchcraft. He said, "Just stay out of this."
I've heard that.
I don't
know that.
like yoga because it's probably good for me because my brain is always going. But for me, I just can't chill. Like I'm in yoga. I'm thinking about what I'm having for lunch. I'm writing songs. I gotta call Phil.
That's why you need it though.
I know.
That's what.
But for me, what I do now is because I swim.
Okay.
And swimming is like totally isolated.
Yeah, it is.
And so when you're underwater, all you have is your thoughts and your breath and what you're doing. So it becomes my moment of meditating because you can't worry about anything else.
Yeah. So, I love that.
So I want to take this time to issue a challenge to my co-host.
Ooh.
We're spring, summertime vibes right now outside. And I want to see Jerel back on the show in another, let's say 60 days.
Okay.
And we're going to measure our growth, our physical. Everybody's got different goals, right?
Yeah.
But I want to somehow figure out a way for us to measure who's the king. Because I know I am the king.
Who's the king is crazy.
So I want to make sure. But I'm challenging y'all. So whatever your goals are,
is it like a weight loss strength?
It can be whatever it is. Some might be weight gain, some might be weight loss, muscle, whatever.
So you about to get in trouble because you don't know how dedicated this side of the room
is. No,
you don't even know.
I am on national platforms right now and on syndicated radio issuing a challenge.
You come back
to each of you.
Shalom.
Shalom. So it'll be 110 next time you see him.
Yeah,
so you're like, you good? Like, now I'm trying to win, bro. Give you the king.
I actually need this.
Going too far, bro. Yeah.
No, but I think it's, whatever our goals, and we should off camera, like.
I'm about to say, can I help?
Yeah, no, that's it. Well, you're going to be helping us get there.
Oh, talk dirty to me. Yeah, come on. Yeah, let's go.
So we're going to off camera set our goals. We're going to let the audience know.
Okay.
And then in 60 days, we're going to see what happens.
I got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with it.
I got you.
I know mine. I know I'm trying to. I'm trying to
Yeah.
trim more, so I'm going to get the app.
Okay.
But I'm also going to see you in real life because I'm
Yeah.
a real life kind of person.
You are. Yeah.
So, I want to challenge. I just had to do that on right now.
I'm with it.
He says I just want to do this
I'm
for
with it.
everybody. No, I love it. Yeah, let's get it.
So where can we download the G Series Fitness app?
So the G Series Fitness app will be available in June. Right now, the G code, right? So think of again, in music terms, this is the mixtape, right? So the mixtape comes before the single.
Yep.
So what we have now is what we call the G code. That's a 7-day athletic blueprint. So it's literally giving you 7 days of where to start. If you're starting at 0, here's where you start. And it's just 7 days, but you can repeat those 7 days, right?
Okay.
So you can stay on that meal plan for longer than 7 days. You can continue those workouts for longer than 7 days. And even for someone like you, we have a journaling portion, a mindset portion, where I give you journaling prompts to sit down and say, hey, let me get some of these thoughts out. Because a big part is mental, whether it's believing you can do it or not. And then from there, we'll have what we call G3, and that would be a full 40-day program. And that I can send out all y'all that now. And then the actual subscription part of the app will launch later. So you got the mixtape, the single, and then the album.
And where do we go for more information?
You can go to thegerellwebb.com, and everything will be on there. Or you can follow me on my socials at Gerell Webb.
Gerell Webb.
Yeah.
Bottom of the screen if you're watching.
And what you haven't talked yet about the OnlyFans page.
Oh man, the way my marriage is set up.
So to make sure we get all the information out there.
Listen, man, no OnlyFans out there right now, but
Nah,
if this don't ever work out, then maybe.
Yeah, but that's the backup plan.
We got a backup plan to make sure that alimony paid.
Make sure you follow us on all platforms at We Sound Crazy and WeSoundCrazy.com. And follow Gerell Webb on all socials, all platforms, but also go to thegerellwebb.com.
And shout out to the good people at Visit Music City. Thank you so much for your support.
Always holding us down.
Gerell Webb, we'll see you in 60 days.
60 days, baby.
60 days from now, baby. Hold us accountable on socials. Hold us accountable. Hey, right here, baby. Hey.
Welcome to the gun show.
Welcome to the gun show. The Mighty Pythons are on their way.
Hey, man, that's crazy.
Thank you, Gerell Webb. We'll see you in 60 days.
Let's get it, man.
We sound crazy. Till next week, y'all.
Peace.
We sound crazy.